Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about how Gen Z workers think they should be hired for their personality and not their productivity.
Yeah.
According to TikTok, and it's making the rounds. I saw it on Twitter. It's in the New York Post.
But the thing is, this is a little bit too late, isn't it? It's a few years too late.
I think so, because a lot of companies are firing people that don't perform, that they're not actually doing anything. And we've...
Yeah, this is the first thing I thought about, was that we don't have our coffee bar and our Michelin star chef and all that anymore. And them having little hissy fits. We don't have our meditation rooms and our yoga and our workouts. And that's the first thing I thought of.
It's mostly tech companies that hire people like this, and most of them are laying people off.
Yeah, because they're wasting money. And they have to answer to investors about why they're, in the hole. I don't think that guy's a Gen Z.
Oh my God. So he's trying very hard to look Gen Z. They're trying to pivot, because everybody talks about diversity hires. So now they're trying to change the language. So now we're going to call them personality hires. Mm-hmm. They're not diversity hires, guys. They're personality hires, and they're vital to the office. You need to have an office cheerleader to tell the team to go team.
The internet is convinced the slackers with soft skills are still critical to the office ecosystem.
No.
The internet. That doesn't mean the employers. And the thing is, you can still be a person that has a really good personality that works really well with clients and stuff and not be a slacker and still work your butt off. Actually, they've been doing it for years.
Yes, that's how a lot of these Silicon Valley companies were originally started before the venture capital started flowing freely.
Oftentimes people, connect with a person at the company before they make a deal with the company, or whether it be a car dealer or you're going to buy a couch, or, you're just needing to call customer service. It's like the ones that connect with people that are still working, get it done. They're the ones that make it higher and higher in the company. I'm happy and go lucky and everybody likes me isn't a grounds for being hired.
No, and that wouldn't fly with me. But I'm grumpy and I'm hard to work for. So
people think I'm mean, and I'm actually not. I mean, I can get pissy sometimes, but in reality, I'm like the friendly lady everybody goes to at the grocery store because they want help, but they don't want to ask somebody else, and they look for the friendliest person they can find to ask for help, and they usually come to me, and that's true. And it's like people think I'm this dragon lady, and I'm not at all.
I'm worse than you are, actually.
It's true.
I think, in a lot of ways, but I can be very nice. I can be pretty chill. But
you said I'm like a sweet and salty snack.
That's right. I'm looking like a snack right now. So let's talk about this. Are you just a personality hire? Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to shopclownfish.com. Pick up a copy of Shadowbinders Volume 3. This is the first new Shadowbinders content in 10 years. Not shipping until next summer, just so you know. And you can continue the Shadowbinders story. If you missed out on books 1 and 2, you can grab those as well. Limited quantities, and we're going to be ending in a couple of days here, closing that one out. So thank you very much for the support. So the New York Post covered this. This is coming from Business Insider. And here are the bullet points. Then we'll go out to the Post article.
But wait, I don't buy this, especially this Gen Z thing, and I'll tell you why. Every time I go around the college campus, they're like little zombies on their phone. They don't talk to anyone. They hole up in their rooms, and they literally are just walking around with zero personality. And anybody with personality scares them. So I find this hard to believe.
It's a little weird because college campuses, high school campuses, back in the day, kids were walking around, laughing with their friends, having fun. Now everybody's just stuck on their cell phone.
Right. So watching the few that do have a personality, which is ironic. So those with the personality are king, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Queen. I guess if nobody
or queen, or empress in this case.
If nobody has people skills anymore, and there are a lot of. Look. Spend any time on Twitter, any time at all, and you will realize how many people that are terminally online do not have people skills, human skills.
So you have a big majority of people, especially since the pandemic, that are terrified of connecting with people and everything else. So when putting somebody who has a boisterous personality that's gonna come at them and be their cheerleader and harass, is that going to work? I don't necessarily think it's gonna.
Get out of my personal space. Yeah. It's a microaggression.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if it's going to work the way they think it's going to work. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
So this is coming from Business Insider. Are you a personality hire? The internet has convinced slackers with soft skills, that means you suck, are still critical to the office ecosystem. Personality hire employees excel in interpersonal dynamics, and they're being celebrated on TikTok. Even those who can't relate say it's a valuable quality to their colleagues. 22-year-old creator went viral encouraging Gen Z to be more playful at work.
That's how you get fired. And like I said, again, a lot of these Gen Z kids don't know how to be playful. The next thing is, if you're a soft hire, does that mean that you don't have to worry about that person screwing you?
I don't know. I'm just thinking like that's what if you get accused of harassment at work, you can say, I was just being playful. I just grabbed her ass.
I know. The internet told me to.
The internet, she's making copies, and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if I just went up and just both hands right on her ass? And I got fired. That's not fair. I was just being playful at work.
Being playful. I'm Gen Z, man. You can't fire me for that. You can't
I'm
fire
Gen
me
Z.
for that.
I know I look like I'm 52, but I identify as 22.
I think this is funny. Okay, wait. According to the youngest generation in the workforce, their humor and wit provide certain vibrance older employees apparently lack. No, I'm telling you, these younger people, for the most part, they're like terrified to speak. They just sit there and they're holed up in themselves. They don't interact with people. They get put in groups. They don't know what to do. Like, I'm seeing it firsthand, and I don't know what they're getting this from.
Oh, they've invented a term for themselves. Basically, this is don't fire me, bro.
You have to have a personality first to be a personality hire, and most of them don't.
They've invented a term, personality hire, to describe their self-perceived function in a corporate setting to provide all the jokes, banter, and playfulness needed in order to set the vibe.
Basically, this means they're going to think that you are a joke. You don't take anything seriously. And a lot of the jokes that Gen Z also thinks is fun to put that older people try to guess what their slang terms mean and stuff like that. And some of the things they find funny, the rest of their workforce might not find funny or even understand.
Be like, yeah, there's a whole backstory to this, and you have to be versed in internet culture. And
they're like talking in memes half the time or TikTok videos. And I'm just like, my kids do it all the time. I'm like, what? And I'm not that old, but
what?
They're like one of them will start saying something, the other one will finish the sentence, and it's like they're like laugh and laugh and laugh. And I'm like, what's so funny? Well, it was this one video on TikTok. I'm like, well,
yeah, okay. I don't watch much TikTok, so
this is what their idea of humor is going to be, and everybody else is going to be there like, what the hell are they talking about? We're trying to sell whatever here.
So this American employee, Bella Rose Mortel, 22-year-old self-proclaimed chief vibes officer, told Business Insider her previous managers have appreciated her energy, calling it the nicest compliment she's received.
They might have said,
they had to say something nice.
Yes, energy.
You have a lot of energy. I've told people they have okay, have you ever seen that very famous clip from the Mary Tyler Moore Show? You've got spunk. I hate spunk. Basically, it's a backhanded compliment. Like, yeah, you've got a lot of energy, but you're also a pain
annoying
in the ass.
As hell.
You're also annoying, but you have to say something nice. You don't want to be a dick. It's like, well, I appreciate your enthusiasm. And I've told people that before too. Like,
I'm blowing you off. Nicely.
I'm blowing you off, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. I appreciate the effort and energy.
But your ideas aren't going to work.
But your ideas are dumb. And if do you want the nice version of me telling you off, or do you want to walk away from this interaction still feeling pretty good about me?
Oh, it gets better. This is exactly what I'm talking about. After her series of TikToks calling for an unserious workplace and the integration of Gen Z lingo, which I was just talking about, into office parlance went viral. Bertel said her manager at the software company Beehive found her videos hilarious.
Oh my God.
That doesn't mean that's a compliment.
No.
It's going to be funny because it's so stupid.
Yep.
And of course they're on TikTok, and all these kids watch TikTok, and there's so much misinformation on there. I can't even begin to tell you how much stuff's on there that's total bullshit, and they know these kids will buy into it. If you get on there and get some money to promote your shit, they'll buy it whether it works or not. Because they're just training the whole generation to be drones and consumers, and it's working.
So apparently she's the court jester, right?
Basically, at the workplace.
They said, you want to set the vibes for today's call, the social media strategist told Business Insider. Like, they go to her like, hey, set the vibe for the call. I'm like, yeah, usually the calls historically have been about making money or trying to make money or trying to woo a client. I mean, I understand there's a time and place. This is why people golf. This is why they golf with clients. If they like to golf, then you go golfing with them and try to butter them up. You know?
If her the team called yesterday, he was like, "You want to set the vibe for our call?" That could mean them making fun of her.
It could be.
I mean, honestly, to me, it looks like more like there's, you know what,
we know we can't.
You know, the vibe person, set the vibe. Go ahead.
We know we can't get rid of you because you're going to go out to TikTok and bitch about us getting rid of you. You know, and there's going to be backlash. But yeah, so you just want to make some jokes or whatever. We'll find something fun for you to do. You know.
And then like their jokes are, you need to lighten the mood, lighten their workload. Lightening the mood isn't lightening their workload. Lightening their workload is, how can I help you? Let me help you. That's lightening the workload.
So she's
I'm gonna tell you a joke isn't doing the same thing.
She's a social media strategist. She's social. So they're all the same type. They're all like PR people, social media people, basically non-essential workers. You're not a programmer. You're not a salesperson. You're not the CEO, CFO. You're basically the person that runs Twitter or TikTok or whatever. Yeah. So this is, yeah. I've accepted I was hired to bring energy. Being the personality hire is really fun. I love lightening the mood. Guess what? Guess who's the first one to get cut when shit gets real?
Yeah.
You know, the non-essential workers. The non-essential workers who are basically sucking up all the company perks and not bringing anything. And yes, it's nice to laugh. But you know what? I've been at companies before when things got bad, they took away the free coffee. They sure as hell are going to take away the personality hires. You know,
what do you bring to the? I bring personality, but we don't need personality.
I worked for one.
Here's a pink slip.
I worked for one tech company when things got so bad during 2010, whenever we had the huge financial crisis. They moved the Christmas party to February to save money because they could rent a place cheaper in February than in December. I'm just saying, that's how bad things got. Do you really think when shit hits the fan that they're going to keep you on staff just because you're funny?
Here, another content creator, Vienna, posted a skit making fun of it. The chatty coworker whose only job seems to be delivering compliments and boosting the mood was seemingly not doing any work. And that it said 6.5 million views.
Oh
personality hire.
The personality hire plays with her colleagues' hair despite having no idea what a certain project is about. Fearlessly volunteers to call the terrifying boss and sweet talk him into an extension. That sounds about right. I think I told people before I had the one freelancer at the one paper I worked for. Her mom called and told me, you know, what, like, she's amazing. I read her articles every week.
I'm sure you do.
And I looked at the caller ID. I'm like, that's the same last name. You're her mother. Like, come on. And she wasn't exactly. Now, she would have actually gotten a lot further with me if she was a personality hire because the girl was a raging bitch. She was. I couldn't stand her. Like, she had snark. So you can get away with like not being talented but having personality, or being very talented and bringing something to the table and not having any personality. You'll put up with either scenario. But if you're not talented and you have an attitude problem, you're fucking gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it.
Look, I'm still here, so you know I must not be a raging bitch, or I have enough personality to stay.
Trying to think of a snappy comeback that won't get me a slap across the face.
Yes.
Yeah, not me finding out I'm a personality hire from TikTok. Yeah, some people are. I think it's just like this is the new nice. We're not going to call you a diversity hire, but I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, if you look at the people that consider themselves, or they're calling themselves personality hires now, 4 or 5 years ago, they would have been diversity quota hires.
I find it insulting because it
is insulting.
So you have people that are there that work their ass off, and they probably have personality themselves, and they've been at the company for years, and they're approachable, and there's a lot of people who work hard that are older that have personality. And then this little shit comes in, and they don't know how to do anything. I'm the personality hire. Are you glad I'm here? Because somebody has to bring personality. And meanwhile, people that are sitting there like working together for years are like, you know, who the hell is this little shit? You know what I mean? It's like that. I can't. I don't think it would do much for morale, not the way that they say it does.
I'm definitely the personality hire. I never know what's going on, but for sure can make everyone laugh. Why the fuck are you at this company? Why are they keeping you on payroll if you don't even know what the hell is going on?
I mean, I'm sorry, making people laugh isn't a good enough reason to pay somebody a bunch of money.
But I want people that can do both. I want people.
And there are people that can do both.
Yeah, like, cool. You want to crack a joke? That's fine. You want to be like Spider-Man? You want to crack jokes? Yeah, but he can still save the day. He still knows what's what. Like, you jokes are for closers. right? Comedy is for closers. There, that's my new t-shirt. Comedy is for closers. If you can bring it, you can crack a joke. If you're bringing it and you're making us money and you're doing your job and you're at least competent. But God, you cannot make up for incompetence by being the nicest person in the world. I'm sorry. On no planet can you do that.
But they're going to bring their Gen Z lingo into like, I can't wait till I tell the old people they're really hungry and they need a glizzy.
I see Gen Z startups with this culture going straight down the tubes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're never going to get hired. Stick with food delivery and McDonald's. Oh my God. In the real
Not
world.
that there's anything wrong with that. A lot of people do that. Some make good money at food delivery.
In the real world, personality doesn't pay the bills.
Wow. People are just like gripping them a new asshole.
I work with Gen Z. Trust me, they are far from bringing the fun vibe.
You.
They're standoffish, touchy, glued to their phones, and very quiet.
I'm telling you, I work with these kids all the time, and my kids are Gen. Now, to be fair, they said hire Gen X. Yes, we get the shit done. To be fair, my kids actually are not the norm. They actually are they're shy, but they definitely have a lot more personality. You've seen them on the show, so I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
They are hilarious, and they have a lot more personality. But they also know when they go to a job that you behave like you're supposed to at a job, and you work and you get it done, and you can make jokes here and there, but you have to understand work with other people. They don't act this way, but I've been around these kids. I'm telling you, you go to college campuses, you go to high schools, and they are like this guy described. And I just got done telling you this. It's not what they're saying.
So this person here, these are the girls who never did anything on the group project at school except showing up for the presentation. That happened to Squid King.
I was like, Squid King's dealing with it right now.
He has had that multiple times where he would do all the work, and then you get the show ponies come in and be like, oh yeah, guys, I get the same grade you get. I'm like, no, we need to return to meritocracy. If you didn't do the fucking work, you don't get to show up and take credit for the work you didn't do.
They're like, this hilarious. They've been handed everything for doing nothing, and now they think they're owed a job. A rude awakening is coming.
It's already coming. I think she's trying to. I think she knows she's probably gonna get laid off, but she's trying to make a case for why she should stay. It's like, yeah, I don't know shit about what we do at this company, and I bring no real skills to the company, but I'm funny and people like me, so that's a good enough reason to pay me $100,000 a year. It's like, hey, we're living in a new reality now, guys. Once they might have some venture capital, they might have got a shot at venture capital before the bottom fell out at this company she works at, but once that money runs out, she's gone.
Good luck, morons.
Good luck, morons. Corporations are interested in the bottom line, not your jovial personality.
Yeah, that one. So hire Gen X. Yeah, because Gen X gets it done.
That is true. We do. And we're grumpy, but that's because we've been there, done that, seen shit. We're not even really, we're on the cusp of
Gen we X actually, depends where you look.
Zennials.
We could go either way.
Zennials,
depends where you look. I always think we're more Gen X. I think we seem to lean more Gen X, but still.
Yeah,
we don't put up with your shit. Let's put it that way.
With your shit. So I think a lot of people aren't going to put up with their shit, and I don't think this is going to last very long. Good luck with that. Keep your resume updated, and yeah. So I don't think sparkling personality is really a job qualification, right? Are we going to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.